Greetings, everybody. This is Dragonlance, the Thorns of War. Really appreciate y'all joining us today. And we are in Chapter 5 of this game, which I have entitled A Father, a Priest, and a Knight, which is likely going to change based on what y'all actually do. Why don't we go down the row and say hi and who you're playing and all that. Ricanu, thank you for the 22-month sub. Let's get some chocobos in the chat.
Surprised that this happened. It came out of nowhere. I did not expect
no problem.
this.
Wow. It's the least I could do.
All right. That was not that many chocobos, but there we go. There's some chocobos.
You're just chocobos in the chat.
I can't put chocobos in for myself, so.
Yes, you can.
You can. You're gonna spend the rest of the session. We're gonna go. Zeroth, what are you doing? You're like, wait, what? Oh, what? Dice Joe Jen, how are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
Good.
How are you?
Good. So who are you playing in this game?
I'm playing Saria. I am a newly robed red wizard.
Nice. Okay. All right. Jim Shren, you doing okay?
Yeah, I'm Jim Shren. I'm playing Templeton, the low intelligence cleric.
Very good.
And I learned a new word last session. What was it, like mediocre or?
Oh, what was it? Was it? God, I was re-listening to it, and
melancholy.
Melancholy.
Yeah, and I think it's a war cry, like a battle cry.
Melancholy.
So, like, you yell melancholy to raise people's spirits.
That's right.
I had completely forgot about that until I re-listened to it. I was so hoping that you remembered, and I'm glad you did, because that was great.
I need to write that word in my notes.
All right.
Thank you. And that from Griffith.
Yeah, I did.
Mm-hmm. Cry forth melancholy and let's slip the dogs of war. Rave, welcome. That's a good one.
That's right.
Nice.
All right, I'm heading down. Bracanu.
Yeah, I'm Bracanu, aka Doug. I am a rogue, playing a rogue, Zeroth, Harkonnen.
Did you say you're a rogue playing a rogue?
I feel like that. I feel like a rogue in real life.
Sounds accurate.
Actually, that's pretty dead on.
Rogue squared here.
So his character is trying to role play a caricature of his character?
Yes.
That's how most of my role-playing sessions go.
All right, Esther.
Yeah, I'm Esther. I'm playing Rowena Rotherwood, a ranger.
Elf?
No, human.
Oh, good.
Ashbaz, welcome. How's it going?
Thank you. It's going well. I'm Atropos. I am playing Griffith Uthladrin. I am a Solemnic Knight of the Sword. And I taught Templeton how to say melancholic, but didn't tell him what it meant.
That's right.
All right, and I am Paul, Techno Funk Boy. I'll be your DM and maker of sarcastic comments through Tim Timble, my favorite kinder sidekick, tagger alonger, and troublemaker. So last time y'all made it to Kalaman. So y'all had fled because when the Draconians attacked Vogler. Sorry, I'm blanking on my names. Y'all had tried to fend them off a little bit and help the last ships head up the river to Kalaman at the sea, a great walled city, and you watched as your newfound home and business and personal fortune and pride were burned up in with the town. You did arrive at Kalaman. Another group went by the road, and that included the mayor of the town, Raven, the local Solamnic knight who's been stationed here in the area for the last several years, Berlin, and the captain of the mercenaries, a dwarf named Cudgel. You met with the leaders of the city here, and they were being encouraged by Baccharis the Elder to send forces to recapture Vogler, and testified that would probably be pretty dangerous. That it's not simply goblins here. This is draconians, these new lizard-like creatures that are much more dangerous than like simple goblins and hobgoblins, which y'all have dealt with forever. As you were in town, you found a backpack in a junk shop that Tim had taken you to. And the backpack talked to you for a while, and in a strange language that Jimpleton thinks is, I think, Draconic. And
that's what I was told.
And encouraged you to go south of town to a workshop where you found a gnome besieged by goblins, and you rescued the gnome, whose name, as I lost my page,
Tina.
was it really? Did you remember that?
I have it written.
Tatina, yeah, Tatina Rookledust. And these backpacks that she has are two connected backpacks that she calls the Fargab, and it's her invention to talk at long distances. And one was when she lost, she was not surprised to find it in the hands of a Kinder, and she now suspects that Tim had taken it in the first place, which isn't unlikely. But anything else I missed?
We had a battle.
Yep, y'all beat up some things. I know, like, in town, all the refugees are being moved into the barracks. Y'all have been given a place in the barracks. You were told about a temple to the old gods near the docks. I don't think y'all have been there.
No, we didn't have time to go.
Yeah, because of the talking backpack and all.
Right.
And so if as we begin, if I could ask Jen to reprise her role as Tatina for just one moment and explain that how thankful she is and how these crazy goblins attacked, and as she held out for so long, and she's glad to be going to Kalaman.
I'm being put on the spot. Oh my gosh. Okay, here I go. Oh my god, thank you guys so much, so much. I thought I was gonna die. Like I seriously thought I was gonna die, and then you guys came and you saved me, and I really want to help. I really want to help. I think I want to come with you to Kalaman. Are we gonna? You guys are going to Kalaman, right? I think I'm gonna go to Kalaman. That's what I was supposed to say.
Yes. Good job.
Okay.
All right.
That's perfect. Yeah. Yeah, you can come.
Wait, is he coming? She. Are you a he or is she? The one that stole my bar gab, is she coming?
I think she's with us. Yeah. But we might get an apology maybe if we really work on it.
You don't know anything about kinders. I am not getting an apology from that one.
Well, if you tell, oh, never mind. Because I don't know what the gnome is saying.
That's true.
Wait. Tim, can you apologize for stealing? Did you steal the backpack, Tim? We don't even know.
I would never steal it.
Well, did you borrow
Liar.
it for a time?
Well, yeah, I have it right here. And she holds it up off her back, and like Melon is like crawling on the around the antenna on it.
Tatina, you know,
Snatch it.
Hey!
She snatches it back.
You see these
Can't
two
hold it too much against her.
two tiny people like wrestling over this heavy Fargab backpack.
I start like going to my coin purse and looking at everybody else to see if we want to place bets.
Tatina, that's actually a fairly spectacular invention.
I love how I was going to make you do one line, and then the party just comes in and is like, "No, you're stuck."
No, you have to. Yeah. Is there any way we could purchase that item from you?
The only one that I have, I could probably make you another one though. I usually don't take customers, but I mean, and I'm kind of busy right now. But maybe I can get to it eventually. No.
It seemed
We
like
did
something
save you.
were interested in helping Kalaman, and I feel like this item would be very useful in the city's defenses.
Yeah, we saved you.
My next line was that Tatina was going to give this over, so y'all just acting it out.
Perfect.
This is great.
Perfect.
Well,
So they're
if it's
not-
gonna help, you can cake it. You can borrow it.
fighting
You can
over it
borrow it.
anymore?
One day.
Just borrow. Just borrow. Yeah. There we go.
One day, maybe
We'll
you can
get it
give it
back
back to me.
We'll get back to you one day.
We will.
Should we make our way to Kalaman? Is there anything here you need to collect before we go?
She would carry over a few things, like a lot of blueprints that Tim will happily look over as you go. But you do make your way back to Kalaman. We did mention last time that you are reunited with Saria once you get back to town in a red robe. Now, something weird though is in every one of you has this moment as you catch sight of Saria, is that just for a split second you don't notice her, and she like just blends in with the background, what you expect to see, and then after she walks up to you, then it's like this moment where it's like, oh, sorry, is there? Hey, cool, red robes. And y'all would know instinctively, because y'all live on Kryn, that she has passed the test.
Nice. Are we seeing her in the streets as we come into the city, or are we at a like how are we? Where are we finding her or seeing her for the first time?
Saria, where would you have?
You're not fighting me.
Sorry, just wandered off. Just gone. Would you have?
I wanted.
Would you have? Oh, what's going on?
I wanted to check the bodies for any religious icons before we come back to town.
Of the goblins?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, the goblins will carry some rusty swords and stuff, but they don't really have anything of value.
Okay, that's all then. Back to Saria wandering off.
And Thrash, welcome. Just saw you. Appreciate you stopping by.
Correct.
And I'm sorry, did you say that were you gonna wait at meet them at the gates, or are you at the tavern or something?
I like as the two little people are fighting, that's when I'll kind of rejoin the group.
Okay.
So everyone's kind of they're focused on that.
Great. All right. All right. So you are back in town. Titania will go to the keep, and leave y'all with the far gab. So you have two backpacks. They are connected, and there's not really any limit to the communication on it, at least in practical terms. You're not going to get out of range from one another in this game, unless
Do they
one of you
cause
jumps on a
feedback?
boat. Yeah,
They're
there's
too
they're
close?
static. Yeah. If they're on, like y'all figure, like you explained, it has one of the little pressy things for talk, and a switch to turn it off and on. It is a little bit staticky. Think an old fashioned walkie talkie. You know, this is the static is low. It's pretty well made, but it is there. And it has
All
a
right,
volume.
you got
It does
new
have
clothes.
a volume adjustment on there.
Ah,
It does go to 11.
Is Tatina still with us, or is she kind of when we get to the city?
Yeah, she'll go to the keep with the rest of her things, and go talk to the army, and offer to help and stuff.
Okay. Bye, Tatina.
What was that?
We had this gnome with us.
So we found this backpack who was trying to get us to go someplace, and then all of a sudden the whoever was in the backpack jumped into the gnome, and now the backpack doesn't do anything, and Tim will shake it at you.
that
Did
is
you
exactly
find a
what
cursed
happened.
item?
No.
If an item can be filled with candy, it might be cursed. So where have you been? Your robes look quite different. It seems like something might have transpired since last we met.
I took the test, of course, and I didn't
Oh.
die.
You're
So
alive.
congratulations are in order.
So you're alive. It's going to go down in history as the most obvious statement Sarath has said all game.
I was expecting you to look a little more withered. I've heard many a story of that test causing those who undergo it to be frail and decrepit afterwards.
Well,
But you-
I certainly didn't leave unmarked. I'll say that.
You got a cool lightning bolt on your forehead or something?
No, wrong franchise.
Oh, my bad.
If I want to roll to see if I know what this test they're talking about is, would that be history or arcana?
It would be
Or did we-
the higher one, and I'd say roll with advantage, because this is something
Super
that
common.
nearly
Like,
everybody
knows this. Yeah.
Okay, I guess I know. Okay. Yeah, I rolled a 20 minus 3, so I got 17.
All right.
Was the test hard?
Was quite challenging. I very nearly lost my life.
Oh.
Well, I think a pint isn't in order. We need to probably recap events and plan for the next step. What do y'all say?
Yes, please fill me
Thrash,
in.
to take off of Thrash's comment. You're a wizard, Saria.
Perfect.
All right. So the one of the main inns, taverns in town is the Steady Beacon. It is a massive place with just a great giant common room lots of alcohol available and ready for you, and is known as a good and rowdy place.
Is it the bottom floor of a lighthouse? Since it's the steady beacon, and this is a walled port city.
No, that would be cool though.
Yeah.
There is a lighthouse. There is a lighthouse out into the harbor, and so that is where it got its name.
Mm-hmm.
But it is it doesn't have one of its own.
Okay, then I guess we went to the bar because the rogue character wanted to go to the bar.
Okay.
Let me see if I remember his name.
The rogue character?
I don't think I know his name. Like I actually don't know his name. Doug's character. And I guess no one's gonna tell me.
Azeroth?
Hey, bad man.
What? What do you want?
Are you gonna be here a while?
Me?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be here a minute. What's up?
Then,
He's intentionally in the back corner with a pipe and like with the and he's intentionally trying to look like Aragorn.
Yeah, my face is glowing every drag on the pipe.
and okay, then I'll be back here. I have to go to the Temple of the Old Gods.
You want us to
And
watch
I'm
your bag
gonna-
or something?
No. And I'll
Wait.
take all my stuff with me.
Oh,
Okay.
just lost Simpleton. I'm looking at the
You-
party like,
Like
okay.
some company, Jimpleton?
If you want.
I don't think I'd mind at least paying some passing homage.
I'm fine
Okay.
to come too. Can we all go? I mean,
I don't think there's alcohol there.
I could be done.
Rowena, while they're talking about this, could you roll me perception?
Sure. $17.
All right, so this place is massive, and it's not like well lit, like because it's a bar, but as they're talking back and forth, you something catches your eye from the far side. It's a large man, balding, with graying hair that you knew was like a vibrant blonde, not terribly long ago. It's your father.
I'm definitely going with.
I'll try to not draw attention to myself. Look as inconspicuous as possible.
Okay.
Do you have like ghost sound or something? You can make noise from the other direction and then run away.
Yeah.
Do I notice that she's spotted anything that's causing her alarm or behavioral change?
Roll insight, and if you want to counter it, Rowena, you can roll deception. What'd you roll?
9.
16.
16. Oh, dang. Rena's cool.
Cool as a cucumber.
I was
He's
really
actually doing this.
yeah, no.
and,
I was hoping that it was going to be a 1 because then it would be like But no, Ruina's cool. Yeah, she's doesn't miss a beat.
I noticed nothing.
All right.
because we were already leaving.
That's right.
So as soon as you got in, y'all had a beer or whatever, and you're heading out.
He literally he chugged a beer and then we left.
Zeroth, I'd like you to roll me perception because your dad's here too. Just one by one. This is the gathering of fathers.
Oh, you knew we were related? 5. It was that beer I just threw back.
All right.
Y'all ready to go? Woo! Just kidding.
All right, y'all. Go ahead out. Is everybody going?
Yeah, I was gonna stay, but seeing my dad made me think, okay, maybe I should leave. So I'm gonna follow the rest of the group.
Okay. Sorry, you leaving with them?
I can't figure out how to talk to your
Yeah, I
dad.
was leaving with them.
Okay.
Okay, then I
Wait, was
will
my-
lead the party to the temple of the old gods.
So I didn't perceive anything. So I don't know if my dad was there or not.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying. Okay.
I was joking about your dad being there. It's
Okay.
definitely not your
I was-
dad.
Oh, it was probably Bacchus or whatever. Baccharis.
Picard.
Yeah. He came right behind Zeroth again, and is like, don't worry, my father has this completely under control. And you just walk off, and why does he keep doing that?
I wanted to eat cheese with you again.
And have another moment of silence together.
Oh yeah. Awkward.
So this temple is clearly just an extremely old building. It's just huge in scale, with like pillars going down the sides of this massive hall, with a dome on top, and it's one of those buildings that just, man, this was pre-cataclysm and ain't nobody done anything with it since. The pillars are crumbling. The dome has plaster that has just broken off of it, and there's cracks running through it. There's even like simple things like dirt on the ground that would be easy enough to sweep. Like this is not like even on the basic daily cleaning level, this place is not being kept up. Most of the room is completely empty. There are some pews that are more toward the center of the room, but like the grandeur of of what used to be is gone. Like it's not the day of worship today, but with so few pews there, that there's almost no one coming to this place. In the back, you see a door that opens, and an aging elf comes out. And
So, just for understanding, if an elf is visibly aging, then they're going to be like really, really, really old, right?
Yeah, he's clearly several hundred years old.
Okay.
And he will come through, and you do see kind of the clerical robes on him. Roll me religion, and I'd say an advantage too, because as a cleric of the old gods, this would be stuff that you would know.
16.
16. Okay, fantastic. So, you see the symbol of the horn on his robes, and just that in the colors of it, you know that this is a priest of Kiri Jolith. This is the lawful good god of justice, of honor, of battle and war. And this was Griffith, you probably recognize this as well, because this is like, even though it's one of the old gods, this was the favorite of the Knights of the Sword, from the Solamnic Knights. Which, remind me, you're Knight of the Sword?
I am, and
Okay.
I was actually just going to say that Griffith was going to wander off and look for a shrine of Kiri Jolith to see if there's anything like that in here. So, yeah.
You nailed it. Yes. This is
Nailed it. Perfect.
This guy's robes, are they clean and nice, or they're like the rest of the place?
They're serviceable. It does look like he's keeping himself up. They're not. He's not bothering to press them daily and get the the crisp corners or anything like that. But he is cleaning it, and and as he comes out, he's like, "Oh, hello! So many of you. What brings you here?"
Oh, the Temple of the Old Gods. I'm looking for a priest of Mishakal.
No. Well,
Actually, I'd probably say teacher, not priest.
okay. Mishakal hasn't had one here in, oh gosh, it must be hundreds of years now. I'm the last. I'm the last of the priests in town. My name is Orum. Orum Ralubalar.
Are you a teacher of your religion?
Well, yes. I've been a priest in the service of Kiri Jolith for centuries now. Hasn't done me much good in a very long time. Kiri Jolith left a long time ago. Unfortunately, so did Mishakal. That is why she has sent no one else.
No, Mishakal is here. When there was the last priest of Mishakal here, did you speak with them often?
Oh, yes. Before the days of the Cataclysm, I mean, we had temples like this all over town, 6, 7 of them. There were those were good days, and we have the good gods. We work together often.
So you can instruct, you can teach for Mishakal.
I mean, I know the ways. Yes. Are you looking for instruction in the ways of the old gods?
Yes. Is it right to kill monsters?
Monsters? Like, do you mean like goblins?
Yes. The monsters attacking Vogler and the city soon.
Well, yes,
I've never killed anything before, except for food until, well, yesterday. And I don't know if it was right to do.
I think it is good for you to ask. I remember when the knights would, not all of them. There was plenty amongst their ranks that did vile things. But this land was covered in the knights. And they stood in defense of people. What I would tell you, and I can promise you that all of us from the old days would tell you the same. It is not a good thing to go out to hunt for blood, but to stand between a goblin and the defenseless, that is a great thing that the gods love.
So, what about to stand between a goblin and a defender?
So, like your friends here, did y'all stand together?
Yes. And I'm going to say, melancholy.
Yes. No, that is the aftermath of battle is often that. That's
Griffith's leaning on his halberd and listening, but smiles and nods a little bit when Jimpleton says that.
Okay, so I have gathered from this that it's okay for me to kill monsters. That's primarily what I came here to do. You were going to say more though, so go ahead.
it is a good thing to stand together, and I will tell you that the only time evil gets a foothold in this world is when we don't stand together to oppose it, to defend each other, to defend the innocent.
Well, people aren't really standing together at your place of worship, I see. Could that be part of the problem here in this part of the world?
That is
It
exactly.
seems like this place is pretty barren.
That is exactly the problem here.
Yes.
Why is that?
Many people think the old gods left, and they believe firmly that the old gods left. And so that is how they behave. But the old gods did not leave.
And he will get suddenly angry. And he will hit one of the pews next to him. He goes, I was there.
Oh.
I was there when they left me.
Oh, you would be, Honor.
I'm going to hold up my symbol of Mishakal. And let's see, I have spells.
You're going to cast Fireball.
Torch this out.
That'll make him.
I'm gonna cast. I don't see anything that says it's divine. Would it be clear that my magic
all
is
clerical
divine
spells
magic?
are divine.
Oh, okay. Then I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds, I guess.
Okay.
Actually, I'll say, well, I can show you. Mishakal is here.
Show me.
If you let me. And I'll touch his shoulder and hold up my holy symbol and cast Cure Wounds.
Okay. And
it glows blue.
Right. And he like starts to like shove you off, but then he does see that your hand is glowing blue, and his eyes go wide.
And he gains 12 hit points if he's missing it.
He will. He kind of lowers himself into one of the pews and looks at you and he goes, "That I haven't seen in 3 centuries. What have you? You can hear her, Mishakal,
Well, not right now.
but you have heard her."
Yes. She spoke to me through a statue, I guess. And I'll do that shrug,
Yeah.
like it's totally normal. Like,
Right. Like it hasn't been just in the last couple of days that you've been able to do this.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. He will and as he's thinking, Tim will jump forward with his staff going, "Flower, flower, flower," and just start pelting it with flowers. And as y'all pull Tim back, he will
And that's a divine magic too, right? Tim
Tim
got,
Tim is druid, is more druid, but yeah, and so the elf will kind of sigh and say, I've been foolish. I thought they were gone forever. What is your name?
Templeton. What's your name?
Orem Ralabalar.
Can we get a spelling on that?
And he will spell it in the Elven alphabet. So, no, it's ORYM RALOBALAR.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, and he says, Jimpleton, thank you. You've opened my eyes today.
I'm gonna scrunch, look confused, I don't understand his phrase. You're welcome.
I'm
But
gonna
your
say,
eyes were already open.
So you're saying that I've seen all along, but I chose to ignore. You are wise,
Let me check
Jimpleton.
my notes. Because I have something for this. I think I have something for this.
Is that a little boot?
It is,
Wait, actually,
yes.
basically, I already said that when I came in. That was what I said when he got angry. Essentially, it's you behave as if they are not here, and so they are not here, but they're here.
So it's really your fault your church is empty.
You are wise. You are wise, Jimpleton. Are you going to be in town for long?
I don't know.
I would like to talk to you further while you're here.
Huh? What more do you want to say?
He will continue to talk for a long time, and everything that Jimpleton says, he will take in the best possible wise light.
Amazing. Actually, I have a book of wisdoms, which I haven't filled out yet in my notes, but it exists.
Nice.
And each page, since I can't write, is written by someone else who I ask to write a wisdom for me. I'll tell them, and then they'll write it, and then I put it in my book.
Nice. That's cool.
I can take notes for you during this conversation. I'm not doing anything else if you'd like. I take your book and I start writing down.
Yeah, because we can't trust you to actually write down what's being said or write at all, actually.
No, I don't write. I take notes personally for things that interest me personally. But but about the game in general, not as much. And
I
because I just
sorry,
figured,
Saria will write in your book for you. Like she'll
Yeah,
just
oh, okay.
like I'm just
Yeah.
gonna I'll take your book and like every time y'all exchange something that I think is interesting, I'll
Every
just
time he's
nod
like,
and
"Oh,
write
that's
it down.
why."
Yes, I'll just nod and add it to your book of
And,
wisdom for you.
Let me see. I have one here. I have the gods haven't left. Faith requires patience.
Those are good.
Oh, and then I have another one. Don't let what you know get in the way of what you believe.
Fascinating.
So, can you read?
Hmm?
Like, like, can Jimpleton read? Like, why do you
No.
have, like, why am I writing these down for you?
Can't read even.
Because I'm a priest or a cleric, so
Somebody
Right.
can read it to him.
I have
Somebody
to
can read it
keep
to him.
Okay.
compile wisdoms for my service to
Right.
Michigal.
Some temples
Okay.
have readers and writers, so he can go there if he wants his book of wisdom to be read
Yeah.
back to him.
Okay.
Well, like
Or
I
go
Well,
don't
to
I'm
even.
his-
adding.
I have no, I guess, awareness that this will need to be passed down, or this is just a thing that I'm supposed to do as part of my religious duties, is to compile wisdoms,
Griffith says,
teachings.
I know one. You should never urinate into the wind.
Zell says, Another
Jimpleton,
one.
do you want me to write? I write that one down. Yeah, I write that one down.
never pet a burning dog.
Oh, okay. I write that one down. Yes.
Interesting.
Uh,
Okay, so
Griffith is gonna ask Orem if we get to the end. End of the
That's the rest of this campaign, man. It's just gonna be session after session.
No. He'll say, well, it seems like this may be an appropriate time to resume old habits. As I'm sure you're aware, the city is expected to be under siege. Could you bless my arms and armor in the name of Kiri Jolith ahead of this fight that seems that we're in for?
And he will smile and nod, and say, of course, and will perform a blessing for you that will take the form of inspiration if you don't have it.
Nice. I do not.
At some point, I would like to kind of get the priest or away from Jimpleton and try to ask privately if he knows any things about hag marks.
Oh, you've been marked, have you?
I'm afraid so.
Have you had any? Yeah. Do you know what type of hag?
I am not certain, although I have noticed I am much, much better at hiding than I used to be.
Any dreams?
Not yet. But it was only just earlier today. Well, sort of. It was during the test.
Well, the mark will act much as a curse, and so a simple remove curse spell, as far as the mark goes, will take care of that. It doesn't always take care of the hag's interest in you, if she chooses to, for whatever reason, continue to pursue you, you might still have trouble.
If I defeat the hag, will I lose the mark?
Yes, most certainly.
Well, thank you for your help.
Now, as far as remove curse spell, I would not have even mentioned that before today, but I think I need to practice my old powers again, and perhaps if you come to see me again, I will have remembered the old ways.
Well, maybe when we're in town next, I'll do just that.
Very good. And Tim, who is right behind you, will say, "What's a hag mark?"
Oh, oops.
I will turn to him and or her. Is it a him or
Her.
her? I always forget.
Yeah.
It's a her, yeah.
Okay.
It changes
I will
every
turn-
10 minutes or so.
I
Bag
will
mark.
turn to her and I will say, "Do you really not know, or like, do you for real not know?"
Mm.
I'll
No,
kind of open my
I
robes
rolled-
and show her.
I rolled a 1 on my nature score, and
Oh,
so
okay.
like I have no idea.
I understand. Yeah, I'll open my robes and just kind of enough to like show the upper part of the mark.
Oh wow, it's like a birthmark.
Oh yeah, except I wasn't born with it.
Oh, you can get a birthmark
Yeah.
when you're not born?
Right. From a hag. Why it's called a hag mark. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Does that answer your question?
I think it's pretty cool. I think you should keep it.
Oh, thank you.
So, could I maybe run into a hag?
If you hang out with us, you might, although I warn you, they're not as fun as they look.
Well,
They come with consequences.
people say that about all sorts of things, but I tell you what, when that big ogre killed me, that worked out really well for me, and so I think it might be fun to go go encounter some other monsters and see what happens when they kill me.
You want to die again?
You are either very brave or very stupid, and I'm so glad you're with us.
All right.
While all this is happening, I guess everybody's talking, having conversations. I think Zeroth is a little,
Bored.
maybe, yeah, well, he's a little jaded by religion. Maybe he's not. This isn't his place, and he's not super into this. But he's fascinated by the architecture and the kind of the sees of this place. So I'm going to look around. I'm just going to be looking around and maybe even wander outside and just. But I'm mostly just searching for anything interesting or other like anomalies or anything.
Okay.
Kind of, but I'm nearby. But I'm just kind of perusing.
All right. Yeah. So this, like, if you're interested in architecture, this building is super cool, and in its just all of the pre-cataclysm architecture is extremely well made and well put together, and the fact that there's been no mending of this place for 300 years, and it's still a solid building, despite the cracks, despite the the plaster and stuff coming off. It's still like just as a great design type of a building. As you're walking around, so this is over near to the docks, and they've been for the day. They've been kind of trying to get the refugees off the sea and over to the barracks. But there's still quite a few, kind of hovering around. And as you kind of look around, you do notice that there's a dark-haired woman that is looking at you, and when you look her way, she kind of smiles and does this. And
Does she remind me of any dark-haired woman?
No.
that I'd seen before? Okay. I'm just gonna kind of wave one hand back, not a multiple wave, but like a one hand.
You're too cool for the multiple wave, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah. There also feeling a little. I got my hood up. I'm trying to be a little incognito. The fact that she called me out is with a wave is a little. So I recognize her though. Wave. How far away is she?
She's down the street a little bit, so 100 feet or so.
Okay, I'm gonna wave, but then I'm gonna walk, kind of looking both ways. I'm gonna mosey on over there.
Okay. She, as you do, she will come up and you say, "You're Zarath, right?"
Yeah. Yeah. How did you know that? It's kind of weird.
Well, I was I was on the final boats leaving. I was on the front boat. I saw y'all fight. It was
Mm.
it was
One of the
impressive.
people I saved. You're one of the people I saved. Yeah.
I'm River Briarmuse.
River. It's good to meet you, River.
Well,
Have you been able to establish yourself here? I know we've only been here a few days or a day, a few hours maybe.
well, they're bringing us over to the barracks now, and so I'm just I'm glad to be here, and thank you for everything you did. It's hard keeping track of you. You're sneaky.
Yes,
I
I am very sneaky.
Are you going to help with the defenses?
I'll do what I can. I'm with a party, and I'm not the head of the party. We kind of a democracy or a tribunal, but I'll consort with my colleagues, and we're doing what we can to keep this area safe. It seems to be our temporary calling at the very least,
Okay.
but we'll do what we can.
Here, just wait here for a second, and she'll run back to over closer to the docks, and you see that she had kind of left her pack there, and she gets something that's been wrapped in a cloth out, and she'll come over and she'll like present it to you, and she'll say, this was my father's, and he died a couple of years ago. And he got it when he was a soldier, when he was young. He was a fisherman most of his life, but he fought for Solamnia for a few years there, and he got this. And I thought, well, take it with my thanks.
I can't accept this. What is it?
And she will unwrap it, and you see a very nice dagger.
River, I had just met you, but this gift is too much for me, I think.
Please.
I
know they're coming here, and you can protect me with it.
Well, look, I don't want to take gifts for what I do. I don't do it for gifts. Although I will use this dagger. If you insist, I'll take it, and I'll remember your father's name. What was your father's name?
It was Erwin.
Erwin. I will remember your house when I slay with this dagger. And I do thank you. But it was not needed, but I still thank you. So I appreciate it, River.
Thank you.
I feel a little awkward. Zeroth's going to be like kind of nod and turn away. And I'm going to see if I can sleight of hand put some gold pieces in her pouch.
Okay, roll it.
Oh, 7.
You do so clumsily, and you know she noticed. She doesn't say anything.
Okay. Yeah, I'll put. I'm gonna go ahead and put like 3 gold pieces in there.
Okay.
Okay. Which is probably less than the value of the sword, but whatever. Do I kind of know anything about this or this dagger? Or I can do that later. I can do that later.
Yeah. So it is a +1 dagger.
Nice. Okay. All right.
All right. Yes.
I have one more conversation roleplay bit that I want to do with Orim.
Okay.
So I'm gonna ask him. Do you pray often?
Well, I haven't for a long time.
I thought so.
Back in the day,
Mi-
it was 3 times a day like clockwork. I probably should make that a habit again, don't you think?
And when you stopped praying, is it because you stopped hearing back?
Yeah. I prayed for a full year after the cataclysm without hearing a word. And every priest I met, it was the same.
I get the answer back every time. I can teach you how.
Can you?
Yes. Stop thinking.
Done.
Okay, now, a common mistake many people will make when I try to teach them how to pray, I tell them, stop thinking, and now you're thinking of emptiness in your mind, or you're thinking of not thinking, or there's another word they used. You're thinking of void. These are all wrong. You need to not think. And now, don't think to your God. And when you pray in this way, in silence with nothing, he will answer you in silence with nothing. Mishakal always answers my prayers.
With silence.
And nothing.
I'm writing all of this down in his book of wisdom.
Well, you're doing something right, so I will try it. That will take practice. You're right. I try to think of nothing, and I'm thinking about nothing. I think
Lots of people tell me this, yes.
I will have to work on this.
I don't understand how you do that, but it's...
Thinking of nothing comes naturally to him. Don't worry, you'll get it.
Well, thank you again.
You're welcome. Okay, that was it.
All right. So as y'all, as you do leave, you will hear some whisperings as you go, and the sound of the bell at the gate, and there seems to be some commotion that something is coming.
We stand and awkwardly stare at each other.
Apparently, yes. All right.
My bit's done. I've done what I wanted to do. I'm waiting. My day's done. What are we gonna do, guys?
I was gonna say, I've had my weapons blessed. I was hoping to fortify my heart with some ale, but seems like time is running short. And I will walk towards the gate. Just to see, just close enough to see if I can see what's going on.
You and as you're saying that, you will see like this kind of old, frazzled old man, you're kind of leaning on his staff nearby, and you do note that he's wearing the white mage robes, and he goes, "Oh, don't worry about that, young man. If it were invasion, the bell would be different. The 3 rings is friendlies."
Ah, thank you very much, sir. I'm not familiar with the signals in this city.
Oh, nothing to it. He'll kind of tip his white
What are
cap to
the
you.
what are the unfriendlies rings?
Well, that's when they just grab the bell and ring the bejesus out of it.
So many rings.
Yes, it's
Many rings means no good things.
right. So 3, A-okay.
When he says
Just
many rings means no
pulling the
good
crap
things,
out of it, that's when there's trouble.
I'm gonna look over to Sari and be like, write that down, write that down.
Oh yes, right away.
Oh no.
Um,
My book of wisdoms just became so much less wise.
um,
I don't know. I think I gave you a fairly good kernel.
Well, don't pet a burning dog, or
Don't pee into the
Don't
wind.
pee in the wind.
Oh, yeah,
was his,
yeah.
If you eat an apple seed, an apple tree will grow in your stomach.
I've heard that's an urban legend.
It's watermelon seeds.
yeah, it's watermelon.
Don't swallow gum or it will stay there for 7 years.
Real
So
blow
that's why I
bubbles
was a
in your
chubby kid. It was just all
Yeah.
gum.
At that, the old wizard will say, actually, that one's true. Very, very recently, I had the attack of the burps, and I blew a bubble with one of them, and I hadn't had bubble gum for 5 years before that.
I knew it. Don't swallow gum.
So I'm gonna kind of look to the party as we're standing here, and what do y'all? Is there any preparation any of y'all need to make before? Y'all have any ideas what we should do next?
Well, you wanted to get more beer.
I am
Yes.
game for that.
Yeah, maybe a pint would be good to relax the nerves, but and we have to feel like we have to catch up with Saria. I don't really know. Kind of want to know how it went. It seemed to be a little different.
Did I hear? Yeah. Did any of us hear Tim say the thing about the hag mark?
I don't know. How far away were you?
I was standing probably next to the priest, and
I mean, did
Templeton.
you like, sorry, did you pull the priest like
Oh.
way over to the side of the room or something?
So I wouldn't have been necessarily trying to keep it hidden. I just, I would have wanted to have like a semi-private conversation more because I don't want anyone else, to like worry. But it's not like a secret.
So if you pulled them aside, there was a good chance that people,
It was like
if they were still paying
like,
attention, might have seen.
I wasn't trying to advertise it. They would have, they would have had to have been paying attention. But if I also wasn't like whispering.
Yeah. Well, and Zeroth wasn't in there, so it was probably I kind of wandered away. I think so. It would have been the rest of the group that might have got wind. But still, we noticed that you're different. I mean, I feel like you've come back. You seem a little different. You're wearing different garb. We don't even know where you went, Sereth. I mean, Saria. Sorry.
Sorry.
You're
leave no-
Zareth.
I combine. I put the
Wait a
S on
minute.
her. Sorry, we don't even know where you went. Let's go get a beer. Let's talk. And so, I'm gonna, I guess, try to get us over to the tavern.
Yeah.
Yeah,
of
'cause I
course.
think-
I'm happy to relay anything.
Griffith would have a special interest just having been a professional monster hunter, just in like hags and hag marks and stuff. So if he had caught wind of that, he would definitely want to know more.
I very much doubt Tim will keep it a secret for very long.
That's
We're walking
Wait,
5 minutes over there.
hold on. Oh, Tim rolled a 20. Tim remembers, yes. So I was rolling to see if Tim had completely forgotten the conversation.
Oh,
Are you sure that's
So-
not my role?
So Tim has gone over to Jimpleton and say, Jimpleton, let me ask you, where can we find a hag?
I want to roll nature. Is that the right roll?
That would be the right roll, yes.
All right. I got an 11.
11. Okay, so yeah, I mean, you know them being around. You know, sometimes deep in forest.
Like
They're
shady
fey.
houses.
Yeah, they're fey, and so they're just kind of wherever they want to be. But they're not overly common. But yeah, they are around.
Well, I think if you want to find a hag, you just have to wait long enough for one to find you.
Okay. Well, let's do that then. I'm gonna go sit and be still until the
Oh,
hag.
you can do other things while you wait.
Oh, good, because I'm not good at sitting still.
In fact, you can do anything while you wait.
Well, great.
Yeah.
Griffith definitely thinks it'd be really entertaining to see Tim interacting with a hag. He's...
Flower.
I'm trying to remember. I guess I didn't write it down in my notes. What it was. Did I accept help from the hag? Is there some like what? I'm trying to remember that interaction.
Didn't you eat a muffin or something?
No, the hag wanted a
That was
finger
somebody else.
in exchange
I
for.
said no.
And you said no. Well, the fairies had given you bread.
The bread. Yeah,
Right.
I remember the bread.
And she wanted the hag
I
wanted a
ate the bread.
finger in exchange for the help of the bread. You said no.
Got it.
The power of the bread just kind of did its thing right then, and then she said that
I owed her something.
yeah. The longer you put it off, the more it's gonna be.
Okay. Yeah, if we're at a tavern, I'll fill everybody in on how the test went and how I'll tell them about the incident with the hag. I will say like I'm not really sure. I was actually very surprised that I still had the hag mark when I left because I felt like I was in another dimension. Like time didn't really seem to pass for you guys the way it did for me, and so I wasn't even sure if it was real, but I still carry the mark, so obviously it was real.
And just as we go, Rowena, if y'all are going back to the steady beacon, are you trying to watch out for your father and make sure that you're not?
Oh yeah, I forgot. You didn't say it. He does.
Never saw.
Yeah. Are you going? Are you going back? Or are you gonna be like, no, I'm gonna do some shopping or something?
I'll go back, but I definitely still don't want to draw attention to myself.
Okay.
Stealthy.
Roll stealth.
Are we gonna be able to? Can I roll perception to see if she's stealthing? Like.
No. 7.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
And Zaroth, go ahead and roll perception as well, since you do know her father. You would
That's
recognize
right. I
him.
do. All right. Dang. Okay.
About to get into some family drama here.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time. All right. All right. 18 this time.
Okay, you do see her father like on one side of the room, and you kind of look at her father and then look at her, and she's doing this. and you look back, and her father's like,
No.
and you look back, and she's like sinking in the chair.
I'm just gonna.
Bonus
For
action,
that number.
disengage.
Bonus action, disengage. Okay.
Jimbleton, Jimbleton, go ahead.
I want to roll insight and see, like, are they obviously acting weird?
I think so.
I got a 21.
Okay.
We're
Yeah,
obvious.
I'm pretty good at insight.
So like sorry. So it's like sorry is like so, and then the Minotaur was turned, and I was like out of out of healing, and I was bloodied and
Almost
all of this,
died.
and then and like right behind her, these two are.
And I'm gonna say, guys, pay attention. It's a really good story.
Jim, Jimbleton,
Griffin-
where can we
Go ahead.
find a Minotaur?
With a hag.
Oh, good. I'm gonna sit here and wait.
You can do anything.
That's
and
right.
wait.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Griffin totally botched his last roll into insight on Rowena, so he's not even paying attention. But he sees the guy looking from across the bar at us and thinks that he's looking at Griffin. So Griffin, I'll wave at him,
Soria,
Sorry, not looking at me.
what does it feel like when time isn't passing?
Well, I don't know. It didn't really feel any different for me. I didn't really notice anything until I came back and I realized that it was the same day.
Zeroth's under the table.
Where did Zeroth go?
You all notice a rather large, balding man with graying hair approach you, and he kind of takes off his hat as he approaches and says, "Darling, Rowena, is that you? Is that you? Wait, why are you? Is that Zeroth under the table?"
Yeah, I was only dustboy cleaning up the trash under the table.
Oh, Rowena,
Hello, Father.
thank goodness you're safe. And he will like come in to try to hug you.
Guys, I think maybe we should give these people space, and I will get up and go to the bar.
I'll stand up and tip my head in acknowledgement and follow Saria to the bar.
Are you gonna let him hug you?
Zeroth,
I guess I'll let
Come on.
him, but
You're gonna be limp armed like that, like, hey.
a little stiff.
Tin,
hello,
Tin.
Father.
And
You're
I'll
in
go
the bar.
Yeah, I'll go too, because I want to hear the rest of this story.
Story time at the bar.
Okay. So this is your father, Imbert Rotherwood, and he is a one of the leaders in in a small town in the Eswild, and he'll say, "Rowena, how long have you been here? When did you get here?"
Today.
Today.
What are you doing here?
I just arrived. Have you seen these creatures?
Yes.
I've been so worried. They came through the town. We had enough time to make preparations, and so a few of us stayed behind to wrap things up, but I sent most of the people to Wheel Watch Outpost, and it's and you would know, like, this is like it is a Solamnic outpost, but it's right on the border and it's south of here, and it would have been the nearest walled protected fortress to y'all's town, and he'll tell you, he's like, the rest of us came here because we had heard that there were many more than we thought, and we've been trying to get word from Wheel Watch, because it was days ago I sent them. There's been no word from the fortress at all. And
No one's come back?
no one. I'm
Who all's there? The whole town?
most of them.
I'm gonna.
Frederick, you know, he was with me, of course, and you look over there, and there's like this giant lurch-like figure goes to you from the side, and he says, and just some of the, you know, some of the soldiers, less than a handful came with me. The rest, all of them, I sent them to Wheel Watch, and so. I'm hoping to take what I can now down the road, but I keep hearing that they're coming from everywhere. Apparently, they came from the west as well. There's many people from Vogler here.
Yes, we came through Vogler.
Oh, you were there.
Yes, we fought them.
I'm glad you're okay.
There's many coming from that way.
I'm gonna.
Knowing about this, the walled, the watch. What was it called?
Wheel
The
Watch
watchtower?
Outpost.
Wheel Watch Outpost. Does it have its own like garrison and?
Yeah. So you would know, like, there's a small garrison of Solamnic soldiers there. There's usually not even a knight there. It is a very small outpost. It is the southernmost outpost in this area. As a reminder, like, we're in Nightland, and so the farther south you go, the more dark and evil this land becomes. And so the Wheel Watch is the southernmost point where it's safe. It's safe to be. It's right on the border of Solamni and Eswild, and is kind of a safe haven along the road there.
And that was closer than sending them to Kalaman?
From your town, yes. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So are you planning on going there?
Yes. I don't feel like I have a choice. I'm going to take the soldiers I have right out in the morning. I'm going to take that child with me too.
I'm gonna have slowly tried to honorably come out from under the table.
I'm afraid that ship has
honorably
sailed.
Come out of the table.
That's, you know what?
I'm gonna
roll dignity
I'm gonna
at
slowly
disadvantage.
I'm gonna slowly rise up.
Roll performance.
You're by the way, your modifier on dignity is a -3, and you have disadvantages.
I can roll something if you want me to. Right? Basically, okay. I know I'm looking like an idiot, but I'm gonna try to look dignified as I emerge from the shadows of under the table and just say, "What are my father's plans?"
They're there.
I'm gonna look at Rowena and be like, Is it safe for now?
I don't think anything is safe now.
Can I buy you a pint?
Zorath, this is the first time in my life I'm happy to see you. Don't take that badly. It was worded poorly.
No.
He'll put his arm around you.
I understand, and I honestly, it's Feelings are mutual. I'm glad to see you. And
Fair enough. It's if
if there's anything we can do, we'll help.
If you can help, Rath, I know. With all your other qualities, I know you to be brave. Sometimes, from a distance, like an archer.
Yeah, like in the shadows,
yes.
Under the table. We've met some friends here. We'll see if we can talk to them, and if there's anything further we can do. Give my father a note, please. Let him know that I'm well, and that we'll try to rendezvous in the near future.
Of course.
Oh, when you stab a lizard creature and it dies, it turns to stone and your sword will get stuck. We've noticed that. Or a dagger thrown in it.
Or it'll blow up.
Or it'll blow up?
We've seen that too. I shot one the other day and it exploded.
Oh. These things concern me.
We're dealing with something that's out of our realm of knowledge, I believe.
Yes. Indeed. Rowena, I'm glad you're safe. Please don't think ill of me. I know I'm overprotective. But you're not one to often take my advice, but please. This is the safest place. Stay here. This will end at some point. Stay here.
I can't make promises. Seems like this is where I'm meant to be for now, but we're part of a group and I go where they go.
Well, if they jumped off the bridge in the river, would you... no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that.
And I won't do that because I can't swim, by the way.
Meanwhile, over at the bar...
So then I used mirror image.
And you will see that same white-robed wizard come in and say, "Oh, it's you again. So you got the Minotaur, huh?"
I did.
Wow, it's one of my favorites.
And I almost died. I don't know if you heard that part, but I almost died and I didn't.
Well, that's very good. There's, that's no small feat.
Thank you.
Right. No, I mean these are very large feet, and it's hard to get boots for these.
I'm sorry to hear that. Really sorry to hear that. Can I help you?
Oh no, just passing through.
All right.
Sorry, I think that's sort of what Zeroth was thinking would happen to you when you came back from the test.
About the feet, huh?
More like that. Right. Feet and all.
Yeah. Well, fortunately, my feet are still normal sized.
If you need large boots, I bet Tatiana could make you some.
Tatiana?
Totino. Yeah, Totino's Pizza. That's it. Yeah.
Is that the little lady that you got the backpack from?
The one who speaks Draconic.
Oh.
Draconic, huh?
So a gnome who speaks Draconic and who makes...
Boy, there's not many people who speak Draconic anymore.
Magical cursed backpacks?
Yes.
Griffith's shaking his head in the background. That's not what happened, but he's not saying anything.
So, these backpacks, they're cursed. That's what Tim said, yes?
They're not. Well, I don't know. They talk.
You remind me of someone, and he's talking to Tim. Yeah, there was a really curious Kendra that I met in the South. Went by the name Rosie. Yeah, I kind of wonder what happened to her.
Oh, she's dead by now, probably.
Probably so.
Yeah.
All right. Well, have a good day.
Spoiler.
Bye?
Did
Question mark?
did did Tim come with us to the bar? Did Tim hear that?
Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah. They're
Tim, do you know a Rosie?
Rosie. No, but I've told that I turn into a Rosie when I get embarrassed.
Oh,
can happen.
okay.
And now you
Alright,
shoot
keep that in mind.
rosies.
That's true.
Sorry, did you have any idea of where you were? You said it felt like another plane when you met that hag.
No, I guess I really wasn't stopping to think where I was. I was very focused on my mission, and I guess I kind of assumed that all of it was mostly an illusion and that I was still here. But I don't think that was true.
It wouldn't be the case if you were Mark. Are you
No,
worried about
I
it
was
at
probably
all?
on another plane. Yeah, I'm a little uncomfortable with it, but so far it's proven useful. So,
So you say there's a
you know,
hag in the test, and at that moment, like
Are
the
you here?
tavern doors will open, and you will see some a man in armor step in, and you recognize Darrett Highwater, and he with the light behind him, it's just a silhouette at first, but he kind of stumbles forward, and you will notice that he's upset.
I guess we should go talk to him, go see what's wrong. Excuse me,
Yeah,
old sir, who keeps leaving and coming back. We'll see you later.
All right, well, good luck.
Thank you, you
All
too.
right.
I hope you find some shoes that fit you at some point.
I appreciate that.
Next time we see him, he's gonna have shoes that they make feedback noise because they're actually Fargab shaped like shoes. So he's walking around like
So you will as you Derek kind of just stumbles into a chair on a table, and as you approach, he puts a sword down, and you will recognize Berlin's sword.
What happened?
He was killed on the way. He was killed protecting the rest of the refugees.
Did you just get back?
What's that? There's like 5 people talking.
I know.
Go ahead. Sorry.
All I said was, when did you arrive?
just now. He came on the boat with y'all, but
Right.
the refugees just got here an hour ago. They managed to retrieve his body.
I guess Zeroth and Rowena have left the table, maybe have made our way over to the bar. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess
Y'all can all like be there.
Yeah, we've kind of.
You, Rowena's father, Tim, the old wizard. You're all like
on a table that's designed to seat 4.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who would have the authority to knight Darren? Darrett? That'd be like a marshal or somebody pretty high up.
In a war circumstance, then you would have the authority to do kind of a battlefield promotion, if
Right.
that's what you're thinking.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll look at the sword for a minute, and I'll push it back across the table towards Darrett, and I'll say, Darrett Uth Highwater, I think that Berlin trained you well. I think you should keep this.
I'm not worthy of it.
You'll prove your worth days ahead.
Thank you.
Do you know where he was killed?
On the road, 5 miles back. Apparently they fought. They kept the Draconians off them. The entire trip. They lost them for a time, but while they rested last night, they made up the ground, and they fought them most of the way today. Finally, when they got close to the castle, they retreated. The scouts
Did
are
any
out
of the
now
ref-
trying to find them.
Yeah. Is there any word on the numbers? Is this an imminent threat, or?
It was a small band of them. The score.
Scouts, then?
Yes.
Well, at any rate, we should notify the marshal.
Yes.
In the meantime, we should plan a memorial for Berwyn.
I think this is appropriate.
Indeed.
I think that there's a priest of Kiri Jolith that has just found his faith again. That might be an appropriate place and setting.
Indeed. Well, hopefully we are not attacked anytime soon. Bakaris the Elder has been entreating the leaders of the town, the council, to fight back, to head over to Steel Springs, to attack them, to push the battle on their ground. He's making progress with them, but it'll be a little while before they leave.
Is there... Who's in charge of scouting and gaining intelligence? Because I'd like to volunteer my services. I feel like the circle's getting very close in on us. And information is our greatest ally, I think, at this juncture.
Right. And I apologize. I'm looking for the name because I can't remember.
You're
good. Marshal Vendry is in charge of that.
Is there a chance we could speak with Marshal Vendry today? Could we get an audience with him?
Yeah. Yes. I think we could make that work.
Do you disagree with Bakaris Elder?
I think the wall is... We don't know what we're fighting.
Why we need a scout.
And I think that the wall is our greatest advantage right now. We're still gathering. We're still gathering refugees. They're coming from all over the place. It's
The more of them, the more our responsibility to protect them rises.
Right. Okay.
I think scouting. I think we need to find out what's happening
All right.
ASAP. AKA as soon as
In
possible.
Vogler, there was a man, I can't remember his name, but he was, well, he lost his mind to a ghost.
Yes.
Do you think Bakaris, his decision to attack, is it normal for him to think like that?
Oh, between you and me, and then he looks over to the Kinder. It's like, Bakaris is rash, and he always has been.
I don't think we have much time left to ponder, or I think we have to be in action.
Mm-hmm.
I think
We
the
should meet
town.
the marshal.
I agree.
I do think that it's our best and greatest option is to defend the city and strike back. I do think that this place can hold, but
I have
maybe
to
that's also a fool's hope.
I have to tell you, Rowena and I just talked with her father, who gave us information regarding a city not far from here.
Did you just mutter over the
I couldn't remember the
Wheel
name.
Watch
We'll
Outpost?
We'll watch Outpost, which is also under threat. I'd like to know what angles the combatants are coming from, and if we have family there. Both of us, our own families are from there. Separate families, we're not siblings. But but we'd like to ensure their protection as well. And if we call them, maybe they should be here. I'm really itching to find out, to get out there to scout. I think with all of our stealth combined, and I don't know, as a party, as a group, would y'all be willing to scout out and to find this threat, to see where the angles are and to see where it's coming from? I feel like that's what we have to do. Or let's talk to the marshal first. Take it by order, in order rather, but I feel like intelligence is our key right at this moment.
I think you're right.
I do have a newfound stealth ability.
When you say intelligence is key,
Who
I'm just
said
gonna
that?
look down.
Yeah, and when you said stealth, the party's stealth all clink uncomfortably and awkwardly in my armor.
Some of us.
All right.
Yeah. Can we go find him?
Yeah. So if y'all will go, if you go up to the keep, you will see that there is a procession bringing Berlin's body up the road. Cudgel is there. Raven Vogler, the mayor of Vogler, is there, and both alive, and helping the body up. You will recognize Marshal Vindry, who you have met before. She is a just kind of an imposing a woman that's, getting toward middle aged, but clearly very professional and competent. And she's standing straight as the body goes by, and then with some sorrow hangs her head and turns away, and so she'll be easy to find amongst the crowd.
I'll put my flashers on and get in the procession. I'm going to approach Marshal Vendry. I'm assuming that we're kind of as a party, so maybe we're all together. That's where I'm heading.
Yeah, as she sees you, she'll kind of do a half smile and saying, "I am to take it that you are the ones that sent the gnome to me?"
Yes, I think. Is that us? A lot has transpired in the last 24 hours.
Well, yes.
You met Tatina.
Yeah, she's a fun one. So y'all have been busy.
Oh, yes. We are very busy. But we're also, Barely almost a great guy. Like, this is so emotional. I don't know. I hate bringing up business at a funeral, but
well,
I think the city is in peril.
Well, yes. What tipped you off there, Sarath?
Well, I'm not as dense as the biggest cabbage in the garden, but I just...
I pull out the wisdom book and I write that one down.
That was a head scratcher, Xeroth.
That's what we say where I'm from. Speaking of where I'm from,
Wow.
we've got some intelligence from Outpost.
We'll watch.
We'll watch Outpost. That there's a gathering of soldiers there, and we want to volunteer ourselves for
the people of our village.
The people of our village have gone there to protect themselves, but they've left.
It didn't connect in my head. You're that Rotherwood.
Yes.
I understand. Yeah. So, yes, I've spoken with Imbert about things, and so I'll tell you what I told him. We have not had word from We'll Watch Outpost for several days now. That is unusual. It is very common for travelers between the two on a near daily basis. It's about a day's walk from here. It's about a half day's ride. He was asking for help in gathering people to go check it out, because I do understand that there are a lot of refugees left there. Unfortunately, Bakaris has convinced the council to strike back at Steel Springs, which the earliest that they can go is in 2 days from now. And with that mission underway, I don't have the people I can spare.
It's a trap.
What about
Marshall?
It's what?
Must know that. It's a trap. There's gonna be nothing. There will be nothing to be found there. Just drawing out our defenses.
I am concerned about the same thing. We do know that there is an encampment of the creatures there, of such numbers that we can take and we can win, and we can win decisively. And yet, they crawl around the hills like ants, and we can't track them. It was my counsel that meeting them there we could quite possibly be ambushed very quickly with little to no warning. And but Bakaris' arguments prevailed.
That's slime ball.
I will be fair to the council. No one likes playing defense here. If we've seen enough of them that if they do besiege the town with all the refugees we do have, we're not going to last long. And so it does make some sense to take the battle out of town to them while we still can maintain some supply lines, as dwindling as they
Smells. This reeks of a trap.
are. Oh,
Where are they? Sorry, where are they sending troops to? Iron Springs.
Steel Springs. So
Steel Springs.
Steel Springs is about 30 miles from here, and it is more to the north toward the waste.
Okay, so just for a couple directional things. So
Yes.
Steel Springs is north.
Yeah, Wheel Watch south. That's where
Wheel
your
Watch
town
south.
is.
Ooh. So there's some tension there.
Right. Steel Springs is to the north. Wheel Watch is about 24 miles south. Steel Springs is about 30 miles north.
So we don't know which direction they're coming from, other than
So far what we have seen is they're coming from the north, from the waste, more to the west of here and over. But now the reports from Eswild is that they're also kind of coming from the northeast and pincering in.
maybe Wheel Watch. Maybe we should go to Wheel Watch because that might be the next. If we can't withstand, like what, Marshall? What are your forces? What is the strength of your forces, and how much are you sending out?
We based on what the reports of their encampment, we can route them with 200. My entire force, including the more recent volunteers, is 3,000.
What's your character's name for us?
Griffith.
Griffith. Griffith, didn't you say there was reports of thousands?
Berlin, when we rescued Cudgel the mercenary, there were reports of extremely large numbers.
Yes, I am aware, and I know that those camps we saw were more to the west. This encampment in Steel Springs is much smaller. That is what Bakaris is. His argument is, let's try to pick them off while they're small encampments, and where we can have the decisive number advantage before the armies of the West reinforce them.
Perhaps, I don't know if, I feel like, as you know, we're all walking in a procession here, a funeral procession. So I guess I'm going to keep my next comments to myself while we're walking. I'm gathering it in. I'm just thinking of all this, you know.
If you can go to the outpost, I'll make you the same offer that I made your father. I have horses. You may have them. It's a half-day ride, and so you can.
And you said there was no communication from there for a while?
Not for several days.
Perhaps this is a good secondary plan, a fallback, just a way, like, we need to keep the South open. If we're getting an influx from the West and the East, and they're coming from the North, then the South has to be open for supply, at least if we become under siege. So this is an important connection to the city. We can't allow the South barrier to be broken. Otherwise, there will be no supply to the city. Let us as a party, if my party agrees, let us secure this pathway so that if we do come down to a siege, you know, gods forbid, we will be able to maintain a supply line there to keep the city open, so to speak, and be able to last, and possibly an exit for refugees.
Well, indeed. It would be much appreciated. I can make horses available for you in the morning, and if all is well, you'll be able to get back here by tomorrow night.
This would be great.
At the very least, gather valuable information, and best case scenario, provide clear a path for this whatever refugees are in Wheel Watch to escape here.
Yes. That is very much appreciated, and it will. I was a little upset about the gift earlier of a gnome. But this will make up for it.
Does she speak Draconic?
The gnome?
That's what I was told. I don't know anything. I thought it was weird too, right?
Oh, that's strange.
I'll put my hand on the marshal's shoulder and say, there will be a time to grieve for Berlin, but now it's the time for blood and steel and fire. We will fight well.
Good. I like this one.
Amen. Yeah. Yeah. All right.
All right. Anything else y'all want to do while we're in town?
I want a lance.
Yeah, I need some arrows.
I really want a lance to have on my horse, just to complete the picture in my mind of being a mounted knight with a lance.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So offline, we can.
Okay.
Anything y'all want, list. I'll be happy to role play that out, but at least offline for next time. Tell me what y'all want, and that way we can. I can have that prepared. There is a good weapon shop and a good armory both in town, across the street from one another, and so stuff that y'all need, y'all will be able to get. And anything else for the evening?
I think I'm, Sarlos is a little shell shocked. Yeah, he probably needs a rest, and I think I'm good. I think I need some arrows. We can, like I said, we can do that later, but I don't know. I can't think of anything. Are we?
Griffith, you seem very eager to kill. Griffith, you seem excited to kill.
When the drums of war beat in the distance, it's hard for a knight not to feel the fire of battle kindle in his heart. There's a time for defense, and you should take joy in hardship and in times of good. And it's important, I think, going into battle to find a way to take joy through the strife that you know lies ahead.
Sorry, is writing everything down.
I am. Yeah, I am.
I really thought you were going to go into Henry V right there. When the
know,
blast of war blows in your ear, imitate the action of the tiger.
Upon them like a Jove, with fire and thunder. Yes. I'm trying to evoke a little bit of that. It was definitely in the back of my mind, but I couldn't remember the words.
Nice. I'm glad I was picking up on that, though. That's great,
Yes,
great. That's my favorite history play, actually. I loved Henry V.
Heck yes. Oh, yeah.
Amazing stuff.
All right. So as you meditate tonight, you will have you have glimpses of the old hag, and she doesn't do anything. She just kind of smiles and chuckles, and is there just in the background. You still get the benefit of a long rest, though. Now, the good news is, for you in particular, is that Lunatari, starting after your long rest, is in high sanction, which for the next 7 days, you are in full power. And so all attack spells are going to have an extra d6 on them.
All or just certain ones?
Attacks, all attack spells.
All attack spells. Okay.
Yeah.
Even if it's like a School of Evocation kind of. I guess those are mostly what the attack spells are.
Yeah.
When I think about it.
No.
Okay.
Your god is in full power, and just channeling that magic through you, and so everything.
That's a d6 of damage or a d6 to hit.
D6 of damage.
Okay.
And so
Sweet.
use your 7 days well.
Blowing stuff up.
Yeah. Because eventually we're gonna get to low sanction, and then it's gonna be the opposite.
All right, guys. I need to start keeping like a moon calendar.
Well, isn't it on the?
That's what I have
It
here.
is. It is, but I'd like to be able to predict.
Yeah.
When you roll a 1d6 and then you have to take away d6 and you do negative damage.
I'm actually gonna mark.
I healed them accidentally.
Yeah.
So, Lunatari is going to be full when we come back. So I'm gonna change that on the sheet.
Oh, I saw it happen.
And then Nuatari is going to be in waxing starting tomorrow. So we'll change that on the screen for those watching in video. That is what those 3 dots in the corner are tracking, is our moons. And I can mark, because I need to keep track of this on the Discord server, because every time we start, I'm like, "Where's my moon chart? Shoot!" And I remember where they started, and I remember how many days it's been, but I'm like, I should keep it online. It would be much better. All right, so we will start next time. I think. Are y'all agreed to head over to Wheel Watch?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
We'll plan on that next
Yeah.
time. And with that, we'll wrap it up for the night. Thank y'all for joining. Thank you everybody for watching. We really appreciate y'all. Upcoming stuff. What do we got coming up?
Welcome to Sunderland is currently being planned, but we are trying to shoot for a Saturday before July ends, so it would either be next weekend or the weekend after, but hopefully very soon.
Okay, it looks like it's 2 weeks to Mont Blanc's Hunters. I don't know. If Thrash is still there, man, like Dice and Jury Alive. I know we picked a date on it. Do you remember when it is? Is it Friday? Guess I can't remember. Anyways, that's gonna be a Jeff Adams channel. Thrash is just throwing emotes at me. That's unhelpful. Though I mean they're cute.
There's a delay. He'll answer.
No. It's too late.
At an unspecified time in the future, Dice and Jury Alive.
21st.
You wouldn't have you if you just go follow Jeff Adams' channel, you'll get notified. So
Yes. Yeah. So okay. So yeah, like do I have those set up? No.
That's Friday.
Okay, I did set up Jen, so please follow Jen. That's for Sunderland coming up hopefully soon. Jeff Adam is going to be Dice Ajuria Live. We're finally picking that up again. I am looking forward to getting back to my Drow assassin who torments Thrashputin with a wand of smiles every chance he gets. It's the small things in life that you appreciate. So other than that, thank y'all again, and let me check to see if there's anybody who's on.
Looks like the guy's name from Street Fighter 2. The Indian guy. With the long arms, Dulcim.
Nothing.
Yeah, looks like Dulcim with a bag of popcorn shaking as the emote.
You know what? TSG TV has been doing a Zelda marathon for charity. That's been a lot of fun. So let's go raid them.
All right.
I have this one, which is just like a character sprite from a video game, but it looks kind of like Gilbert Gottfried.
It does, yeah. All right. We're going to go right over there. Thank y'all again. And we will see you for this game next month. So appreciate it. And talk to y'all later.
Later. Bye.